Welcome to Living the Dream, the show for dance teachers and studio owners. We live for the breakthroughs, the laughter, the messy moments, and the magic. Because the dream is not always perfect, it's real. Let's talk dance, studio life, and the journey. Here we go. Okay, that was an interesting intro. Hello, friends. Welcome. Welcome, Judy. Good evening, and welcome to Living the Dream. We're so glad you're going to spend some time with us. Tonight is going to be a meaningful conversation. We're talking about what so many studio owners deal with on a daily basis, which is balancing the act of motherhood and family with studio ownership, leadership, and business.
And we have two wonderful guests joining us tonight, Lindsey Cook and Lauren Hammond. Both are successful studio owners, both are raising families, both are leading thriving schools in Texas and Arizona, and both understand what it means to build a business while also building a life.
Yes, they do. If you're watching live, let us know where you're tuning in from. And remember, Living the Dream is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. So be sure and subscribe and never miss an episode. Miss Judy, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, my friend.
Hi, I'm Judy Sullivan. I am the owner of Silver City Dance Center in Taunton, Massachusetts. We are celebrating our 25th season this year. I am married with 3 children, and we have 2 cats as well. And they are spread out amongst the house right now so that they do not make any noise while we're on this podcast.
That's cats and children and
yes.
husband. Yes.
Yes.
I understand. So, Judy, I got a feeling this is going to be a good conversation for you to be a part of, because I feel like when you joined the Gold Alliance, you kind of shifted your focus. Even though you came for business, you kind of realized that it was maybe important to you to spend more time with your family. Do I have that right?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it was definitely a big shift in how I felt I could live and how I could run my studio when I joined the Gold Alliance. And I get to spend more time with my kids now, and I don't feel guilty about it at all.
How did that come to be? Tell everybody about your shift, your feelings, because I know the business has grown.
It sure has.
Tell us about that shift.
It is just a shift in confidence, people believing in me and telling me I could do something where I didn't believe in myself that I could do it. And now when I realize that I can do the things that I wanted to do, and I can just say, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how the studio is going to run, and they're going to both intersect, and everything is going to be fine. My confidence just grew. It is amazing to me how much I have grown personally, not just in the business.
Just want to say hello to Rhee. Hey, my friend.
Hi, Erin.
Here with us tonight. I want to follow up on that. When you say confidence to say to your parents in your school, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be there on Thursday because I'm going to my son's drama program, or my daughter's this. Describe that. Tell us about it.
I don't actually tell people that's what I'm doing. If they ask, I would say, but I make sure I have a substitute lined up, and I say, I am not going to, I'll tell that substitute, I'm not going to be here. I need you to cover for me. And I might say, hey, I have to go to an awards night. I have to go to a show. I have to go to a concert. I have to go to a scout meeting. It's all of that just falls into it. if it happens on a night I'm teaching, I still want to be there and I don't want to miss it. So you just plan for it. And that's it. I already know. I sent out a couple months ago, I sent out a list to my staff. These are my days I'm going to be out for the rest of the season. And it was probably about 5 to 6. And I said, oh, well, that's, I've got a kid graduating high school. I've got, kids that do scouts and dance and theater. And I need to be there for that. I can't just stay at the studio.
What do you say to the studio owner who may be watching or listening as a podcast who says, how can she do that? You have so much responsibility. How can you do that without feeling guilty? What's your answer to that person?
You have to have a good staff in place. You have to have people that you trust working for you, that will be happy to take that spot for you because they know that you would do the same for them. I have a mom who works for me as well, who needs time off for her kids as well. Why wouldn't I let her do the same thing that I do? And I also want to say I adore teaching. I love teaching. I love my studio. But I took off last Saturday so that I could go to an admitted students day with my graduating senior. I didn't think about that studio once while I was there. Not once. That guilt is gone. It was like, nope, this is my day to go visit this college that he'll be attending. This is what I'm doing today. I didn't even realize it was a Saturday, which is amazing to me because a couple of years ago, I would have been like, well, I hope everybody's okay. I wonder who's there. I wonder what they're doing. I left people in charge and I went off and did my thing as a mom.
I'm proud of you, my friend.
Me too.
People don't know it, but I took the viewers tonight. I took ballet from her teacher, who was Carol Miller at the time. Carol Freeman was also. Did you take from her when she was Freeman?
Before? Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. She was Freeman when I first started. Then a few years later, she was Miller, and that was it.
And that was it. Yeah. And we took in Taunton, Mass.
Yes.
And Tex Barry Hot Dogs was downstairs.
And they are still there. They're still in business.
And are you now in that same area with your school?
So Tex Barry's is on Main Street, and we are right behind Main Street. I could walk over there.
Really?
To go get lunch. I could. Yes. That's how close it is. So I'm still in that same area.
As a studio owner in Taunton, Mass, where you grew up, do people bring their kids to you who maybe you took class with in Taunton?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yep. People I graduated high school with, and people that, that I used to take class with, they brought their kids to me. It's very funny to see that circle. Of course, now I'm starting to get the grandkids of the people that I first taught many years ago. So that's a little scary, but
I say this, when you start to get the great grandkids, it's time to say, what's my exit plan?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, none of that yet. Not there yet.
Listen, for you to know and for our viewers to know, when you get that grand student, that means you did an awesome job. That means that mom wants her child to have what she had. It is like it reiterates that you have created a culture where people want their children and grandchildren. And in my mind, that's probably more important than how awesome a dancer you can produce.
Right.
Thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I love teaching the kids. I love seeing all those kids come in and be so happy to be at our studio. And I love that parents trust us with their kids, and especially those that I knew from when I was younger. And dance with, and they come in and they say, no, I want you to teach them. And I love that.
We don't realize when we're in it, or maybe it's when we're younger, that through this process, we're gaining lifetime, not only memories, but lifetime friends, sharing an experience. Yes, it is dance. We learn how to dance, we put on our shows, but it's also a connection. And that connection is part of the gift of dance, I think.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I
get to see it in my alumni. So I love seeing those people out and about in the real world and just seeing how far they've grown. And it's so exciting to see them. Even though they're not dancing, it doesn't matter.
No.
They've grown into these amazing people, and I love that.
I'm with you. And we make students who become great lawyers, great doctors, great activists, people who land in physical therapy and all of these other places because they gain the dedication, they've gained the buckle up, this is how I get things done kind of mindset because they've had dance training and good mentors and leaders along the way. Okay, we could keep talking, but I want to bring on our guests.
Okay.
Before we bring on our guests, let me set myself up here. Before we bring on our guests, I want to thank our sponsor, Jackrabbit Dance.
Jackrabbit Dance helps studio owners save time, stay organized, and run their businesses more efficiently. They've become a trusted support system for dance studios everywhere, and we are grateful for their partnership.
Okay, you guys, we're going to show you an awesome Jackrabbit commercial. And I want to say just one more thing about Jackrabbit. Been there for the Rhee Gold Company and Gold Dance Life for so many years. We have a great partnership. We'll be back after this.
This episode is sponsored by Jackrabbit Dance, the dance studio software empowering you to build the studio of your dreams. With over 20 years of experience, Jackrabbit has the solutions and industry insights to help your business grow. Want to increase student enrollment, optimize your pricing to be profitable, or improve staff retention? See how other studios are using Jackrabbit Dance to hit their goals year after year. To learn more, visit jackrabbitdance.com/benchmarks.
Hey, you guys, welcome. I want to say hello to Muffy, too, here, who's on with us tonight. I'm so excited to have you guys here. I feel like I know you both, and I see you as hardworking, strong women. And I'm always fascinated by how you do what you do and be the moms that you are. So before we start, Lindsey, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and tell us about your kids.
Okay, I would love to. That's one thing I'm really great at, talking about my kids. My name is Lindsey Cook. I own Cypress Elite Dance Studio here in Cypress, Texas. And our studio is in its 21st season, but I actually took over the business in 2024. So I'm brand new, so to speak, to the dance ownership show. But my family, I'm married to my amazing husband, and we have a beautiful blended family of 6 kids, ranging in age from 19 all the way to our 4-year-old twin girls.
Wow.
It is a circus. Wow is right.
Yeah, I give you a wow on that. And Lindsey, or Lauren, you're new at this. Tell us about your studio and you're new at being a mom.
Yeah, we are in our 6th season at Desert Dance Collective in Tucson, Arizona. We have 2 locations. We opened our first in 2020 and our second in 2022. And then at home, I have a 2.5-year-old and a 4-month-old. So relatively new at dance ownership for my studio and at being a mom. So navigating all the fun things at once.
Okay, I'm going to hit you up with the first question. What does a typical week look like for you when you're balancing both business and motherhood? Lauren.
Yeah, on the weekly, I am very blessed to have both sets of grandparents in town. So I send the 2.5-year-old with mother-in-law 3 days a week. He hangs out with my parents probably the other 4 days a week. And then the new addition to our family just comes with me everywhere. There's a little bed under my desk right here where she hangs out. And I try to get my work done throughout the day. I'm not on the teaching schedule this year. That's a lie. I did end up taking over a couple little things, but that's how it goes. But I try to get my work done in the daytime so that my business manager is here with me. And then Wednesday is Wednesday Fun Day, where me and the toddler and the baby go play. And then my husband is home on Thursdays and Fridays. So that is what our schedule kind of looks like.
Talk to me about that Wednesday Fun Day. Is it you're off of the studio, or you're off during the day and you go in the afternoon? Are you off?
Yeah, I try to be off in the morning so that we can play. We'll go to an arcade, bowling, a fun pizza spot. And then when my husband comes home, sometimes we'll hang out in the evening. Sometimes we'll go hop between studios. But I try to keep that, like, my 2-year-old is Hunter. I try to keep it Hunter Mommy Fun Day so that we have our special time together. And he doesn't feel neglected, especially because he's such a mama's boy. He's my little leech lately.
Okay. That could be a good thing, I'm telling you. Lindsey, tell us about what your typical week looks like.
So our bigs and my 6-year-old are all in school. So we'll wake up in the morning, I'll get him ready, take him to school, and then usually I come to the studio to work during the day and try to get as much done as possible. And the twins will stay with my mother-in-law, who we're blessed. She lives with us, so she, takes care of them and takes them to the park and does all the fun things during the day. And then I come home and get to be mama in the evenings. Except on Tuesdays, the girls have dance. So we come up to the studio that evening also. And that's when I can touch base and, say hi to all of our families and things like that. I'm blessed with an incredible administrative team. Without them, I would not be able to not be in the studio so much in the evening. So that is such a huge blessing for us, for sure.
So you're going in like you're a dance mom on those nights.
I know. And it's so great.
Good for you.
Love that. When people look at successful studio owners, they see the full classes and the polished brand, but what they don't see is the day-to-day juggle. What does that look like for each of you?
Yeah, for me, it's trying to put out little fires day to day is the juggling. So we'll be at the grocery store and I'll be answering emails or on the phone really quick. This morning, right before the kids' swim school, I was in the studio organizing some costumes that were left behind. Just little things like that where I'm gotten a lot better at juggling. I used to be a lot worse or have more late nights of panicking or not able to sleep just on the computer. But it's definitely more manageable now, but it's still there. The juggling is real.
How about you, Lindsey?
I think I walk around and I have my phone to be in contact with those that need me during the day. But I also think it's so important that at a certain time, it's we shut that down. We have those boundaries as, working parents that we can truly focus on our kids. So I think that's important too. But the struggle of the juggle during the day is a real thing for sure.
It sure is.
So what is one of the hardest parts of raising children while also running large studios? And be honest. Either one can go. You both seem like you're pausing there.
I'm thinking on that. So for me, I think one of the hardest parts is in fact, that juggle that we were just talking about. So if they see me, with my laptop or my phone, often throughout the day, they kind of, at least for the twins, they feel like, oh my gosh, mom is so cool. She has a work computer. And my twin was asking me if she could have a work computer. And I'm like, you're 4. While we love that you're ambitious, we like that. But I think just managing that throughout the day, like interrupting, like, hey, give me a second, I have a meeting, or, just making it to where there's a divide of motherhood, working parent, etc.
I want to say something to you, Lindsey, real fast.
Okay.
I don't know if you realize it or studio owners who are moms realize it, but one thing that you're instilling in your kids that you just naturally do is they see their moms take on responsibility. They see their moms in a leadership role. And sometimes you have to give yourself credit for that, because that alone is teaching, especially your daughters, that they can be or do anything that they want. So I'm just giving you a little pat on the back.
Thank you so
She
much.
wants an office computer. How cool is it? Okay. I wouldn't get her one yet, but how cool is it?
It is cool.
But if you could get her to do it good by 6, you'd have a good assistant.
That is true,
Lauren, what about you?
Yeah, for me, it's that mom guilt that we struggle with, that like, oh man, they're so little. This is as little as they'll ever be again. This is my critical times where we can hang out. But also, this is my love. This is my first baby, is the studio. So not only that, but also when I'm having those moments of hanging out with the babies and I'm like, I don't want to go to work. I wish I could just quit like a normal job. Like a normal job, I could put my 2 weeks in if I really needed to. This one, I got leases under my, like, we're not doing that. We'll go bankrupt. But on top of that too, for me, it's balancing my creative ambition with wanting to be a mom. And I think that's where a lot of the mom guilt comes in. I have a lot of things that I'm like, man, look at all the things we could be doing at the studio that I just don't have the bandwidth for right now. And then I have to cut myself some slack. And I'm like, look at this future career that the studio, all the opportunities over the next few decades that could occur. Like, I need to slow down, really enjoy this time of my life when the teeny tinies are as teeny tiny as they are. When they're in school, I can go crazy. But that's where I'm really struggling with the balance right now, is to tone down the creativity, or at least put it on the back burner and not feel guilty about either.
Love that. And let's talk the flip side. What's been one of the most unexpected gifts of doing both at the same time?
Ooh, that's so fun.
Again, silence.
So I think getting to see them first walking into this space as if it were their space, because they've kind of grown up here with me, because I've been at this studio for such a long time. Even before I owned the business, I was teaching here. So I got to grow up as a woman and from a young woman, and brought them in as soon as I could, and was teaching with my son on my hip. So they just walk in with this confidence. And I think it's a space that they're proud of. On the weekends when we come up to like clean and things like that, I'll say, oh, we're going to go up to the studio. And they're like, okay, great. So that's really fun and exciting to see them proud of this space and proud of what we're building as a family.
Very nice.
Love that. Yeah. For me, it's to counter my creativity woes, now that I have a 2-year-old, like, I used to be terrified of this age. I had no idea how to work with the 2-3-year-olds. So we always just had preschool classes and never went younger. Now, actually, this Saturday, we're starting a 5-week session of Tiny Toes, and I enrolled him immediately. I was like, great, you get to come with me and you get to dance. And it's going to be so much fun. It'll be our little activity. He's going to get to go on stage, which I'm so excited about. So there's a lot of future fun there too. And just the freedom of getting to be like, I get to set my own schedule. I get to create what I want. If I want to do something, I will. If I don't, I will not. So that's been a huge blessing having these teenies around.
All right.
Flexibility in the schedule is a big one.
Let's talk leadership. It takes vision, structure, and a strong team. How have you learned to lead differently because you become moms? I'm going Lauren.
I feel like for me, now I have a bunch of non-negotiables. Like those kids are going to come first, my own children. So when leading or when creating schedules or anything staff related, I'm going to put them first and kind of have a clearer vision. It's really forced me to have clearer visions. I used to be like, what if we did this? And there's some gray area over there we can explore another time. And I'm learning not a lot of people can work like that or work with that. So now it's forced me to become a lot clearer on here's what we're going to do this season. It's going to be great. We're going to work on it. And the next season will be even better because we built the building blocks there. So having these littles and wanting that time to be home with them has required me to step up and not save the day all the time. I've had to have the set structure so that I can be home too.
Got it. Thanks. Lindsey.
So I think initially when I took over, I felt like I had to do it all. I had to be on all the time and do everything within the studio. And my team actually came to me and they were like, hey, we're here for you. Let us help. And so learning how to delegate and be comfortable and not hold myself to this level of such high expectation in what I needed to accomplish by myself, while also at the same time not letting it affect my role as mom. So that has been something that, I've had to learn for sure.
What are some of the boundaries you've had to put in place to protect your family life while still leading a growing business?
No, we're not going to return your text message at 10 p.m.
Smart.
Unless it's an emergency.
That was a great answer.
Yes.
For me, it's stepping up on the protocols and policies. I used to be like, oh yeah, I can sub for you tonight, no problem. Car breakdown, whatever. Now it's like, oh, we have a form. You fill the form out, you find your own sub, we put it in the system, everyone gets paid, everyone gets to take attendance, and it's set. And I think I've subbed maybe a handful of times this whole season, which has been so great because that is in place now. And I think our staff understands, like, okay, she's got littles, she should be my last resort. So that's been very helpful too. An understanding staff.
Okay, I think this is a deep question. What would you recommend to the studio owner who feels guilty all the time? Guilty when she is at work, guilty when she is at home, guilty when she cannot do everything she wants to do. What do you say to that person? I think we got one or two who will either be watching tonight or listening as a podcast.
Man, I'm struggling with that right now. I feel like I'm just now getting over the hedge of that, though. I'm starting to understand how to navigate the guilt. And for me, it was planning a vacation. That is literally all it took. I was like, I'm working my butt off. I'm making money, which is great. What am I going to do now? I've got like such high achieving needs with the children, such high achieving needs with the studio. How am I going to balance that? And I'm like, great, I'm going to take all that and throw it at a family vacation. We're going to go on this big old vacation. And that's where I really replenish. That's where our family really recharges and we bond as a family. So that's been helpful for me, is to find one thing that will make it feel like it's all worth it. Whether that's investing in your home or different activities, hobbies, I'm not sure. For us, it's vacations. And that really helped me turn the corner on. If I have something on the calendar that I can look forward to that makes it feel like all this work is worth it, and I get to bond with the family, that, like, say less, we're good.
Love it.
Yeah, that's great. For me, I just want to tell whoever is feeling that way. First of all, you are doing an amazing job as a mom, as a business owner. Sometimes the lies that we let ourselves believe as mothers and business owners can really affect us. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience here. But sometimes we can allow those to deter us from our calling. So I will just say, make the time to be present with your family, set those boundaries, make sure you have a team in place, and then, keep putting in the work, keep doing it, keep going.
Yeah, very cool. Let's shift into the business side a bit more. Both of you have built strong, growing schools. What are some of the business successes you're most proud of right now?
So I'm really proud of our new facility. I have wanted this for our families for such a long time. I wanted them to have a space that was beautiful and that they could feel proud of and that we could grow into. So now that we're actually here, it's really special to see.
Awesome.
We got it. We can't leave it at that.
Oh gosh.
Brag about your facility. Tell us how big your facility is. Tell us more.
So our facility has 7 studio spaces. It is a 12,000 square foot building, and it's stunning. You guys can come visit anytime.
Love it. Oh, wow.
But it's responsibility.
Oh, yes.
I'm just adding that to it because.
Right. Yes, it is.
Okay. What are you the most proud of right now, Lauren?
I think my biggest proud thing at the studio is our retention. We have extremely high retention, and we've gone from our first year where I taught every single class, and we had this class of 80 kids at our first recital, and I was so proud. I knew every single one. I knew every single one's mother. And then the next year we doubled it, which was great. We added on our second location, and now we've topped it out at, I think we are at 560 students this year at our max, which is great. But these kids keep coming back too, which means we have a really wonderful team, and it makes me feel like our culture's been set. So now I'm trying to work on keeping our culture as strong as it has been, making sure that we're all just doing our thing, what we're really best at, so that we keep the kids that are really happy here, that they want to be here around. But then also having that, I feel like we're really good at that abundance mindset of, if someone wants to go do high school pom team instead, then that's great too. And we want to cheer them on and not just be like, no, you need to stay here. Or, oh no, like all your training here is going to go out the window, you're leaving us, or anything like that. Which can be a struggle, obviously, especially, and we're not that old, but I've had kids here since day one. So watching them grow and then making choices, but also being so invested in our community. One of our staff members who just got married, seeing her wedding pictures with some of our students in her wedding, I was like, that's amazing. That like something that I created has connected all these people in these major life events. Like a wedding is like mind blowing to me. So I'm very proud of that. That's what makes me most happy.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
And you know that is what we're creating. Yes, we're creating dancers, but you're creating that really cool community that then becomes a family, that then remembers the kids, and the teachers remember that wedding and remember that teacher forever. Because it was more than just a dance class or more than just a dance studio. Notice those things, cherish those things. Okay, so what's one business decision you've made that you feel like changed the game of your school or was a game changer for you?
I think getting to incorporate parents into classes and opportunities for them to like dance with their kids and make memories with their kids, like our daddy-daughter dance has just become so popular. And that's something and a new tradition that we started. I think this is our 3rd year doing it. And it's just so special and it's so sweet to see. Yeah, I like it a lot.
How about you, Lauren?
I think for me, creating our performance teams has always been like a huge passion of mine. And when we opened the studio, I knew that I was going to want to do that. I felt like there was a need in the community for a team that could go around and perform at local performances and really get that chance to shine in the community, and then also bring joy to the attendees of that event or whatever we're going to. So creating that performance team, and then it's now expanded into, we have this year we had 3 different performance teams and then a competition team as well. So matching that vision that we have of creating opportunities for dancers to shine on stage and beyond is one of our missions here. So creating that and then watching it grow and watching kids really get to shine, especially some of the youngers who really just love dance. They don't want to take 15 classes a week. They just want to take their little jazz class and then still get to perform. It's really fun for me to watch. That was a good decision.
I'm on board with that.
I'm on board. Before I want to follow up on that if I can. So what I just heard you say is that when it comes to your, what I'm going to call performance program, which is not your competitive program, it's really helped the growth of your school.
Yeah. I think even outlining that opportunity is like, hey, you can come take class. That's great. If you really want something more, we also go to the zoo for Christmas zoo lights. We also go to Christmas tree lightings. We go to a NASCAR performance. We do all these different things that you can take it or leave it. It's up to you, which I like. You still have to audition. You still have to like show up, but it's there for you if you want it, which again goes with the beautiful dance values of discipline, growing in confidence, growing in like being a dynamic human. So that's where I think they're really parallel.
Very
Smart.
cool. Yeah. So what role has delegation played in your ability to grow your business and still be present for your family?
For me, it's been hiring our business manager. I can't even say how much better it's been for me this year. I knew it was necessary having our second child. I was like, there's no way I can keep this up. But this past few months has been the first time in all our years of business where I haven't been in charge of payroll, which has been just beautiful because I'm not good at payroll. I'm not a bookkeeper. Numbers are not my thing. So all these years of doing it is just magically like, wow, somehow everyone got paid. Sometimes correctly, sometimes incorrectly, we'd fix it. But now that I don't have to think on Tuesdays, like, oh, here it comes again. And she like actually enjoys doing that. That's like a big step in delegation for me that has unlocked more in my mind of like, wait, I could probably delegate more because it feels good to not worry about that.
Oh, it's important to find those things that you don't like to do and give somebody else that job. What about you, Lindsey?
Oh my gosh, my administrative team and my director of operations, I just could not do this without them. I feel confident that when I'm not here and I'm not present, the studio can still run and everything will be just fine. Not only that, but they, like I said, came to me and said, how can we help? How can we, help your vision come true? How can we forward this goal of yours? And so I felt like they really wanted to like lock arms with me and, make this studio continue to be successful.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, what is something you're still working on? Because I think people need to know that even successful leaders are still figuring things out. What's something you put into that category of your business life? Don't like the question, ladies?
Now I hate it.
What do you mean? We have everything figured out.
All right, I didn't think of it that way.
Oh my goodness.
For me, it's I really struggle with wanting to change things constantly, and which is great because it unlocks new fun things. But for our competition team, for instance, I had our competition director has been with us for a few years. Wonderful, so good at her job. Our team grew quite a bit this year, and it's just been her navigating everything. So we tried rehearsals a different way. She doesn't even live in town, by the way. She like flies out for these things, for all the events and things. So this year that was a big experiment where things worked, things didn't work, and it did hurt some dancers. It helped some other dancers. So we talked this past week, and I was like, okay, gotta get you an assistant. Lesson learned. Like, what was I thinking you could handle all these dancers? Writing down awards at comp, running backstage, helping the others, helping this one. Like, it's just impossible. I don't know what I was thinking. So that's what I'm working with, is trying not to change just for the sake of change, or being like, let's try this, but actually using those and growing, learning my lessons, and then helping that rise for next year so we don't make the same mistakes, or you don't go AWOL and do something else weird. Something that I really struggle with.
Can I tell you that I get that more than you know? Like, sometimes I'll wake up and go, wow, why didn't I think of this before, and think I need to do this thing? And then after a little while, it's like, maybe I don't need to do it. Maybe it's fine the way it is. It's called the like always wanting to be on top of it. But maybe we don't always every second.
Isn't that funny that we do that to ourselves? I've got that like itch that I have to do something, and it's just not necessary.
Yep.
I've forgotten what the question was, but go ahead, Lindsey. I'm hoping you remember.
What is something we still need to figure out? So for me, it's just like, I'll constantly come up with ideas and things that I want to work on, and things I want to do, and getting all of that organized from idea and thought to actual come into fruition thing does that make sense? You know, you have like all of these ideas, and, you know, especially after our Gold Alliance meetings, when I'm like a sponge and have just all of this info and all of these great things that I want to do and I want to conquer, and then, you know, make time to get started on those things. And then you just have all of these ideas, and just getting them down and putting them into action plans and going through with them. And
you know, it's not always about taking action immediately. I'm just giving you a heads up on that. You know, at the conferences, and I know we get together every Friday and there's great ideas every Thursday for other groups. But at the conferences, I stop everybody and I go, you know, you can't do everything that you learn overnight. Learn it, hang on to it for a little while, think it out for a little while.
see, trying to figure it out.
That's it, trying to figure it out.
Right. Oh my goodness. Do you ever think differently now from when you first started about what living the dream really means?
Man, that's a good question, because that's so true. It's like, it's kind of that like, look, Mom, I made it, and then you're like, wait, I actually have to continue doing that, and like, is that living the dream? Is this what I thought it would be? That kind of thing. But yeah, it's kind of just morphed, especially if I've matured too. My version of living the dream has morphed into like, what am I here for? What is my purpose? I have all these children under my tutelage. I have so much opportunity to help others grow and learn and appreciate dance and find friends. So it's turned from like, I'm gonna have this studio, it's gonna be so organized, we're gonna focus on communication with the parents, and here's our lovely little missions, and then actually enacting that, so that to see the power of all that has helped spur me, I guess, a little bit to think of that definition of living the dream. Man, we are living the dream. It's great.
We are.
For sure. Do you ever, I have this thought sometimes, like telling younger me, like, guess what you grow up and get to do. Younger me, I think, would have one of those Princess Diaries shut up moments, like, shut up. You get to run a dance studio? That is incredible. I mean, yes, it's hard, and yes, there's moments.
Was it? Oh, did she freeze? No, keep going, keep going.
But yes, it's hard, and yes, there's moments of struggle, and some days you're just like, woo. But like, what a blessing it is to have this community and, get to love on these kids for however long they're here at the studio, and just to get to watch them grow and help them become, the humans that they're meant to be. It's just, it's the dream, for real.
It is. It's an amazing life we've all built for ourselves.
Okay, for the studio owner watching tonight, who is in a tough season, maybe raising kids, running a studio, and feeling stretched thin, give us some wise words. Lindsey.
You've got this.
Okay.
You can do it. You're amazing. You're wonderful. Sometimes you just need a hype girl in your corner, and I'm happy to be that for you.
Love it.
For me, it's not to undermine what we do, because it's extremely important. Obviously, we're growing the next generation of dancers. Like, what could be more important? However, it's just dance at the end of the day. And that helps me so much. It literally helps me sleep at night to know, like, between any drama, any sort of like business struggles, anything there, it's just dance. I'm not responsible for anyone's brain surgery or if their car runs appropriately or anything like that. We're here to have fun and to help teach, which I think is like, man, I won the lottery. What a great job. So anything that feels high stakes or like the world could come crashing down, like at the end of the day, it's really just dance, and it will be okay.
It is.
That is
that part.
All right, we're going to our rapid fire round. Let's end with a few quick questions.
okay. One word that describes this season of your life, Lindsey.
Growth.
Lauren.
Party.
Whoa, I didn't expect that. Mommy.
All right.
Every day is a party.
What is one thing you do now that helps keep you grounded? One thing.
Man, I would say I've been going to hot yoga, but I don't know if that actually helps me. I just feel like I've rumbled through the whole class.
I would love to try hot yoga one time.
Force myself through it, especially in Arizona. I'm like, I'm nuts. Why am I doing this?
I think for me, probably, praying and, spending time in the Word and just really taking that time to stop and be still and
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is one business habit that's made a big difference for you?
these rapid fire questions, man.
Thinking.
I know.
And they're supposed to be one word.
Oh,
Delegation, maybe? I'm here to help you.
Please help. Yeah, admin would be the word. Admin.
I'm with Lauren.
3 words. Admin squared, cubed.
What's one thing you wish more studio owners would stop feeling guilty about? One word.
2 words, personal life.
Personal life, is that what you said? Okay, I'll go for the 2 words.
Setting boundaries.
Ooh.
Good one. Good one. Yeah.
And what's one thing you're excited about next?
For me, it's new potential, next opportunities.
Take your time. We have till tomorrow morning.
Oh my gosh, fantastic. I had no idea. I am going to say more connections.
Okay. Lindsey and Lauren, thank you for being with us tonight. This was honest, some good laughs too, helpful and very real. I know there are studio owners watching or listening down the road who need this conversation.
Thank you both for sharing not only your successes, but also the truth. That's what makes conversations like this so valuable.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It was such
Thank
an honor.
you, guys. Have a great night, everybody. And I want to thank Jackrabbit Dance, our sponsor. Take care. Thank you, Lindsey. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. This is fun.
And it'll be funner when I end this broadcast. Here we go.
That's it for this week's Living the Dream. Thank you for being here, and thank you for giving dance kids a place to belong. Take the lesson, take the inspiration, and take care of yourself too. Keep living the dream. See you next time.